Good morning and welcome. Starting my morning with a nice forward fold, walking my hands out onto my mat, placing my body and spirit and mind into downward facing dog, holding for a few breaths, an inhalation through the nose, exhalation through the mouth, holding here. Coming up now into a plank position. I like to do a few of these in the morning if I know that I'm not going to make it to the gym, or if I know that I'm not really going to do an upper body full workout. I'll do a few plank position holds. It's kind of like a mix between a half of a chaturanga going into up dog, but then just holding that plank position and allowing your biceps and your shoulders and your wrists, making sure your wrists are locked into your mat so that way you do not hurt your wrists at all. Chaturanga up now into up dog, and I will bring it back into child's pose. Child's pose is a beautiful pose to just sit in. Sometimes if I have any questions or I'm feeling lost or I need to just connect with my breath really fast, I love to just get down into child's pose. Here, I'm going to go ahead and focus my arm positions to the left side of my mat, really reaching out my fingertips and allowing my full shoulder and the full side of my body to feel the flow of energy and the stretch coming from child's pose. Moving my hands now back into the center of my mat, bringing it up into tabletop. Holding here for a few and coming back into child's pose. Again, you can stay here for as long as you like. I'm going to go ahead and thread the needle, focusing on my left side. One of my favorite stretches really allows not only my shoulders, but my lower back to really get that stretch. Again, threading the needle now focused on my right side. With this, you are pretty much just in child's pose, allowing the stretch to be felt on both sides of the body. Again, child's pose here. Coming up into downward facing dog. Really allowing my arms to feel downward facing dog stretch. A little camera malfunction here. I'm not really sure what happened, but my tripod was like a little bit twisted, I think, but that's okay. Here I am in Warrior 1, Warrior 2, Reverse Warrior, and Extended Side Angle. Bringing my hand all the way over my head with my gaze up towards the ceiling. Working on my triangle hands as I am in Warrior 2. Allowing my flow to come into center, a wide-legged forward fold, as some like to call it. Now facing the back of my mat, Warrior 1, Warrior 2, reversing, and into that extended side angle. I feel like I'm getting a little sick. I'm getting a little hoarse in my throat. That's probably my sister's fault, but that's okay. Gotta love family. Again, triangle hands, bent front leg. We're just in Warrior 2 here, coming into center, and back to the front of the mat. Allowing that back leg to drop into crescent lunge, bringing my hands into heart center, allowing my breath to connect. Twisting, my focus is now left, gaze towards the sky, breathing through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Tabletop again, right into child's pose, allowing our legs to take a break and feel the stretch from our warriors. Down dog into Warrior 1. Warrior 2, reversing, and extended side angle. This is a go-to yoga flow for me because it works and I feel it in my body. I feel it not only growing my body, allowing the energy to circulate through my body, allowing oxygen to oxygenate my body, but it also helps me feel strong. I feel strong doing yoga. I feel grateful doing yoga. My body does not hurt. My body feels amazing. And when I feel that I'm working my body and what I'm doing is working, it only brings the greatest feeling to myself, to my spirit, to my soul. So I'm blessed that you all are here practicing my triangle hands, as I can't even fully do triangle yet. But that's okay because it happens. Here I am in center, heart center. We're going to go ahead and bring our feet wide leg apart. And I'm going to just allow my energy to lift me up onto my toes and drop me back down. Lift me back up onto my toes and drop me back down. I do this a few times. I do this about 5 times. I really enjoy the stance of it. It makes me feel powerful. It makes me feel like I am embodying my inner goddess, which is amazing and one of my favorite things to do. You can do this for however long. I like to transition back into Warrior 2, again, dropping that back leg and coming into Crescent Lunge. Our hands come to heart center. We inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. Bringing my legs back now into child's pose and just allowing my body to feel, to stretch, to be, to appreciate the mat, to breathe. I will hold child's pose for 5 to 10 breaths sometimes. Again now, downward facing dog. Holding here for a bit, allowing the stretch to really flow. Chaturanga up. And back to down dog. We'll do this a few times. Chaturanga up to down dog. Up and to down dog. Chaturanga up. Holding here and coming up into tabletop and then back into child's pose. As I am in child's pose, I really love to just allow the energy flow to move through my body. If it be me coming back and forth into tabletop, into child's pose, I like to do a little bend with my shoulders, really just allowing my hips to flow with the front shoulders of my body in sort of a tabletop, child's pose like manner, except I'm just really allowing my body to feel the stretch every time, every different movement that I go into. Just continue flowing and continue breathing and moving the body and appreciating. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Namaste.